Hello, welcome to the final team presentation, part 1 for Saul, a game by Team SATAS. In clockwise order, the team consists of Samuel Sopp, the Scrum Master, Cameron Droke, responsible for music and sound effects, Sean Kelly, version control, Anthony LaBelle, systems design, Tyrell Tachibana, systems design, and finally Ayodeji Adebayo, the product owner. Hey, do you like video games?
Yes.
Do you like space?
Yes.
Do you like robots, lasers, and killing aliens?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna love Saul, a Space Adventures by Team SATAS. In this game, you get to be an outer space astronaut, and you get to pick from 5 different levels.
Whoa, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Earth, Moon, Venus, Mars,
Mercury.
Mercury, Sun.
Yes, that's right. You get to fight aliens in places like the moon. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Or you get to navigate the hazardous surface of Venus. Whoa, isn't that so scary?
Yeah.
And if you can make it to the end of the game, you even get to square off against the Sun King in his crazy fiery sun fortress.
Whoa, awesome.
And there's even stuff like upgraded weapons and health packs, and you can fight so many different monsters. Doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah.
So what are you going to tell your parents to do?
Get this game today.
Get this game today. And now we are going to move into the final team presentation part 2, which consists of all of the major contributions for all team members. I'm Samuel Sopp, I am the Scrum Master, and here are my major contributions to the project. First, I was responsible for the majority of the design of Level 4. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of give a brief overview of the level. So Level 4 is the planet Mercury. So the background I chose was something that was kind of close to the sun. And then I chose custom tile sets, and then tried to add some foliage to the level, and then you'll see some enemies, and then just tried to make the level moderately challenging since it was near the end of the game. And then you're going to see more of Level 4 here in my other demonstrations. Next, I was responsible for all of the weapon and health upgrade pickups, the pickups themselves. So to give an example of the pickups, I took the character to level 1, and as you can see up on the platform, there are some shimmering little square objects, and those are an example of some of the pickups that can be found in this game. So what they do depends on which pickup you're looking at. So for example, this first one here I'm about to touch is a grenade, so when I grab this pickup, then the grenade weapon will fire. And there's a sound effect, but I have that turned off right now. And then this pickup next to that is a health pack, so what that will do is below the blue health bar, this will add an additional tank of energy, so if this health bar would deplete, then that tank would go away, but your bar would be refilled. And there's the blue box. And that's just an example of the various pickups that I added that allowed the user to change their powers. Next, I was responsible for the primary weapon and then the primary weapon upgrade. And to show this feature, I'm going to go back to level 4. So at this point in level 4, I have this mini-boss enemy, and he has this animation to where he shoots these energy balls to where they will do severe damage if they touch the character. And the current primary weapon that I have implemented that you get in the start of the game is just this little weapon right here. So it is not long enough, it doesn't shoot far enough to hit the mini-boss. So what this level gives you is this pickup that I implemented over here, that when you grab it, gives you the heavily upgraded version of the primary weapon. And now this can shoot a much longer distance, so what this will let me do is now I can kill this mini-boss when I have a chance to jump up and get a shot at him. Like so. And then next, I was also responsible for enemy projectiles, which I just showed with that mini boss. And then I also assisted with some of the animations, enemy shoot, enemy death, and then lava and acid. So I already showed enemy shoot, but let me go to level 5 and I can show an example of enemy death and then also the lava. So here we are in level 5, which is the sun level. It's the final level of the game, and one of the animations I implemented here was the lava animation. So it consists of a few different layers. They animate at different speeds to make it look like the top is bubbling faster than the rest of the lava, and I was kind of proud of that. The actual damage the lava does to the player was not handled by me. That's handled by David. So the final animation I wanted to show is the enemy death animation, which will play on this mini boss here when I hit it with a missile. It'll show you a little death animation before it explodes. And combined, those contributions represent my major contributions for this project. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Adi Jadabar, and these are my major contributions to the program. The three major things I focused on throughout the course of this program was the level building system, damage system, and level design for the third level of the game. The level building system simplifies the way we design each and every level of the game. Instead of having to write code to place each and every block or object in a specific position in the game, what we end up doing is creating an image, and then the system goes through the image and then determines what objects are placed in what location based on the result it gets from the image. To explain this better, this is the image I used for the third level, and if we zoom this in a lot, now we can see just about every pixel and every pixel's color. What the level system does is it goes through the level, scanning every pixel, and depending on the color of the pixel, that would be the RGB value, it would then use that to determine what object should be placed in that location. Every pixel that signifies a different object has a unique RGB value. This helps us to simplify the whole process of designing the level, because now we could just basically pick out a unique set of values for the RGB and use that to apply an object to a certain location on the level, instead of having to type a whole bunch of lines of code to go figure out where in the level an object should be placed. The other major things I worked in is the damage system and the level design for level 3. Now for the damage system, it's implemented in such a way where the calculations is done, it's done once, it's done in a superclass of every object. So each and every object added to the game doesn't have to check for collision. This is done in the parent class, and what happens is every object is given an ID, and if the player's collision box happens to intersect with an object with a specific ID, then through this system a specific amount of damage is dealt to the player. As for the level design, this is the third level of the game, so it's a little bit challenging, but it's something that the player should be able to get through without too much of a problem. For the third level, you basically have two ways to beat the level. By having a run and jump over there, you can pretty much head all the way to the end of the level. This is just, in case you find it too difficult to traverse the whole level, and then upon a restart of the level, you can pretty much just head to the end right from the start. And the enemies aren't too challenging. They have a movement pattern, but they don't actually track the player. They just move from one point to the other. So it's very easy to evade the enemy. There's an acid pit here. And a few coins. If you stay in the acid pit for too long, you take damage. Damage is dealt slowly over time so as to not kill you instantly, because that would defeat the whole purpose of having an environmental pit that deals damage. And then finally at the end of the level, to create a space for just the player and the boss. I have this right here, which is basically a really huge pit. So once the player gets in here, there is no escape. And then upon completion, you have the check flag.
Hello, this is Cameron, and these are my major contributions. First, we have sound design. So for the background music for different menus the player navigates through, the world map, and different levels, and different sound effects, we have confirmation sounds for when the player makes different selections, sound for the player movement, and the weapon sound effects, as well as some enemies. Also, we'll have level design, specifically for level 2, creating an interesting level for the player with obstacle platforms, and creating and placing the enemies on that level. Okay, so when you start the game, you can hear the music in the background, custom made to give it a unique look and feel. Also, when the player navigates through the different menu screens, you can hear confirmation noise being played to let them know that they've clicked the button. Also, when they enter the world menu screen, they have a unique sound being played for that. Okay, so we're in level 1 right now. As you can see, when the player moves, a corresponding sound is played for feedback. Also, when coins are collected, sound is played to let the player know that they've interacted with it. When the laser is shot, another sound is played, as well for a secondary weapon. Okay, as you can hear, there is music in this level, but it is turned off for demonstration purposes. So this is level 2, the level that I worked on. You can see there's big gaps to make it harder for the player to navigate. Interesting obstacles, different enemies laid out throughout the level. With the boss character. Hello, this is Cameron.
Hello, this is Sean Kelly with Team SATAS. Probably the most involved thing that I've contributed to this project is the character movement, which is handled by a physics controller. The physics controller also handles the jumping, any movement for any of the characters, and forces being applied to the characters, such as gravity. I've also implemented the bosses for each level. I've implemented the coins and the animations for the bosses and the coins. I've also implemented our design for level 1, and I assisted with overall animation of all of those things. Here is our game so far. This is level 1. So you can see moving left and right, jumping, and the collision detection is handled by the physics controller. And here are, as you can see, them collecting coins. Towards the end of the level, you can see the boss. And there's a similar boss on the end of each of the other levels in the game.
Hi, I'm Anthony LaBelle with Team SATAS, and I'll be going over my major responsibilities for our Java game named Soul. First, let's start off with the status screen. So here we are in the game. When I press the C key, the status screen shows. It has our level, our amount of health, our primary weapon level, and then it has our secondary weapon type. And for my second one, I did the victory screen at the end of the level. Alright, for this one I'm going to have to kill the boss real quick. There we go. Congratulations. You have successfully completed the level. Back to ship. And for my third major responsibility, I made the grenade weapon and everything surrounding that. So we have the grenade launcher equipped right now. So I'll go ahead and throw some out. This uses the physics engine that Sean made. Everything actually uses that. So we can also do it this way as well. Just moves in an arcing motion. Has a cool effect when it explodes. Okay, and for my fourth major responsibility, we have the Seeker Missile weapon. We currently have that equipped. It's a Seeker Missile. And when I right click, we have a missile spawn, goes to where the mouse is, and then it explodes. And it also changes graphics going this way. Goes left and right. And for my fifth and final major responsibility, we also have the flak cannon weapon. Okay, we have the flak cannon equipped. We have a right-facing animation for this. Just a short burst, similar to maybe a shotgun. I'm going to turn around and show you. It goes left as well, depending on which direction the player stands. Alright. And that's all my major responsibilities. Thank you for watching.
Hello, this is Taro Tachibana from Team SATAS coming at you with my final sprint, and in this sprint we will cover my major contributions to the project. Now for my first contribution I have the level 5 map design. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my emulator, and then we'll go ahead and go to level 5, which happens to be the sun. As you can see, this is a nice clean level, looks very sunnish, and it's just all around pretty beautiful. Now, for my second contribution, I have the main menu and the sub-menus design and functionality. I'm going to go ahead and die. Go to the main menu. As you can see, I can go to the high score screen, the controls screen, or I can quit. And for my next contribution, I have player death on map fall through. Now I'll go ahead and go to level 1 using the main menu. And it has a pit. And I'll go ahead and fall in the pit. And as you can see, I have died. And now I have all these options. I can restart the level here and many other options. And my next contribution was player damage, which kills enemies. Now I'm going to go ahead and you can see this enemy creature here, as he died by walking into me. I'll go ahead and see if I can find another one for you. And there's one. And she died by me just running into him. I'll go ahead and see if I can shoot a boss for you. And as you can see, I shot the boss and he died. And that should be the end of my video. Thank you for watching.
And that's all for us. Thank you very much for watching, and also thank you for all of your guidance and support this semester.